Hello and welcome to the Wedding Business Builder Check-in. You're here with me, Jen Maynard from the Boho Bride Guide. Today we are talking about 8 activities that you can do to grow your confidence and become the face of your business online. So, becoming the face of your business online is an essential ingredient to growing that know, like and trust relationship between you and your prospective wedding clients. It is the one sort of way you are able to truly personalize your message out to the world and build that business reputation amongst both your supplier community and your prospective clients. So when we feel that all eyes are on us and we are the center of attention, it can trigger our reptile brain to kick into action and sort of subconsciously think that we are in danger. And so before we know it, our pulses start racing, we get dry mouth, our words get all jumbled up and we forget our train of thought. Imminent danger isn't necessarily present, but our body's reaction to the situation of being in front of the camera is a real deal for us. We've got fears around being judged, fears around messing up, or we might not feel what we have to say is worthy of saying. All of these factors can sort of kick in, and consequently we shy away from going on camera and becoming the face of our business and voice and personality, more importantly, of our business online. But I truly believe that everyone feels like this at some time. I know for sure I do, and sort of in certain circumstances it's more for others than in other circumstances. But I think the difference is people who have become the face of their business online have found methods that work for them, and they put them in place for them to sort of stop going into that danger mode when the camera is in their face. So I just wanted to cover quickly, what are the benefits of becoming the face of our business online? Why are we going to put ourselves through this, and what are the sort of outcomes we're going to achieve? So number one, I've already mentioned, it grows that really important know, like and trust factor with potential wedding couples, as well as suppliers that are in our community online. A part of being the face is you are the only person that can tell your audience the why behind your business, and not just what we do. It's why we do it and what our ethos is, what we stand for. And that comes from your heart. That is the human factor of our businesses. And that's what people connect with. At the end of the day, as human beings, we are motivated by purpose and we're motivated by people. That is what a human is, really. And so if we like a person, what they stand for as a wedding business owner, we are much more likely to be motivated to go on a journey with them and eventually purchase what they have to offer. This goes hand in hand with, if we resonate with the purpose of the business. If your audience buys into your ethos and your sort of style, your culture that you are embracing as a wedding business online, this also motivates your audience to become loyal fans and eventually customers. So our audience is looking for a connection with us. They want to resonate with us, and they want to feel like they know the person behind the business as well as the business. We want that human connection. So 8 top sort of activities that you can put into practice to build your confidence and eventually become the face of your business that prospective clients can really resonate with, and they basically think, I want to work with Jenny Maynard, for example. Number one, what I think is really important is to surround yourself with positive people that have the same or similar overarching aspirations as you within your business. So I would massively recommend finding other wedding suppliers that have similar aspirations as you to grow their confidence in front of the camera on their social media. I recommend creating a group and sort of be clear on how you can cheerlead and support each other in your online activities. I'm really a strong believer of that sort of hashtag better together. The more people that we are supporting one another in our aspirations, the better, and we will achieve our goals even quicker than what it would be on our own. On Instagram, I learned the other week from some of our suppliers in the Referral Circle meetup that you can now create a pod on Instagram. Google it to get all the details, but it's basically you can create a group where you can talk to each other and send direct messages to a smaller group, and it basically you can use this function to notify each other when you share new posts. And so in your group you can like them, you can share them, and comment on each other's work to increase that engagement and reach. Again, if you've got that group of wedding suppliers, it really helps to talk through, you know, the fears and the doubts that pop into our minds on a regular occasions, to be able to talk those through with people in similar business situations, and basically champion each other to just go for it, to feel the fear and go for it. So number 2 is what I think is really important activity to do, is stop comparing yourself to others. This is a biggie, especially for a lot of people, but for me in particular, this one gets me sometimes. So when I'm in my logical brain, there is only one of you in this whole wide world of ours, and there is no one in this whole wide world that has exactly the same message, the same offering, and there is no one that does it exactly like you. Okay, and this is something to hold on to. We all have our own unique style, our unique methods, and sort of message that we want to get out to our audience. And by comparing ourselves to others, this is just a massively energy sucking activity and a total waste of time. And it can steer us away from activities that we need to be doing in our business. So, and it's about identifying what triggers that negative response. So from a personal point of view, I very rarely look at anything on social media that other businesses in my niche are up to. So from a floristry point of view, I don't get this feeling, but from a sort of a wedding business coaching point of view, I think it's because I'm quite a newbie. I've set up in the last year, and if I start Googling it and looking at a lot of different things in that world, it can really catch me off guard, and it can trigger some really horrible comparison sort of trap, and I start spiraling down into. And I've identified this. And so, it can really sort of dull my motivation and my belief in myself and my abilities. So I've identified it. And to prevent this from happening, I only carry out market research, within my niche from sort of a coaching business development point of view, when there is a specific business need, and also when I'm not tired, because I think that is a big trigger as well. When I'm tired, I get a bit more emotional about things, and so I don't carry out those activities sort of towards later on in the day, or if I've had a rubbish night with the boys. I'm really quite self-aware of that, because it's just a waste of time, because I end up spiraling downwards, and it takes me a while to sort of get back on the horse, as they say. On this, the other thing I wanted to note was, we are all on our own journey in our life, and by comparing our journey with another business owner that, we only see the shop window on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, their website, and we admire that shop window, we aspire to what that is all about. But, by directly comparing, we will never be an equal comparison. We all have, we've started at different times. We've all got different work-life commitments thrown into the mix. We've all got different backgrounds, different mindsets. We've all got varying goals and sort of different priorities and compromises that we are willing to make. There is no right or wrong in this. It's just that we are different. So the comparison element is irrelevant, really. So my advice is to very much continue to focus in on your energies in on your business, your own goals, and what you can achieve within your own business. Because as they say, you know, stay in your own lane and you be you, as they say. Quite like those little paraphrases are in my head when I start to, if I can feel myself start to going in that sort of comparison trap. Okay, number 3. I've noted down around number 3 is practice positive self-talk. Okay, so the way people treat you is a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. And as wedding business owners, we have got to be the first and foremost our own cheerleader. We've got to have our own backs, because if we haven't got that, we're going to have an issue. And you know, when we hit those hard times and we need to get to the other side, we have continually got to be kind to ourselves and, you know, give ourselves the motivation we need to push forward. And so sometimes I might sound like I'm losing the plot slightly, you know, but being, you know, a mom of 2 under the ages of 3 at the minute, you know, I'm still working in my people development corporate role. I'm building my own wedding business as a coach, and, you know, general daily life dramas that you've got to contend with. I often talk to myself out loud on the daily, and I'm not ashamed of it, to basically keep myself going. You know, come on, Jen, you've got this, or, you know, just 20 more minutes, you will be finished in 20 more minutes, keep going. Or, you know, it might be, you might have had a really tough one, that was hard, but you made the best of the situation. Come on, pat yourself on the back here. You know, one foot in front of the other. Just keep going, Jen, keep going. You've got this, you've got this. And it is amazing, you know, that positive self-talk has literally saved me time and time again in that sort of moments of desperation and actual exhaustion. You know, just talking to yourself and celebrating those little wins that you've got is massive. So number 3 is really important to keep yourself going. Okay, number 4, I've noted reposition the spotlight. Okay, so I've imagined myself on a stage and the spotlight's on it, but to visually think about repositioning that spotlight. Okay, because many wedding business owners that I've spoke to, they have a fear around becoming the face of their business online, because they literally hate everything about being the center of attention, seeing themselves on camera, watching the content back. All of that stuff really sits quite difficultly with them. And if this is you, then it will be worth to sort of consider repositioning how you think about it. So let's have a think. You have built your wedding business to help your target audience enhance the experience of the most special and memorable day of their life, which is their wedding day. Therefore, what you have to say about your product, about your services, about you as a business, that needs to be heard by the people that you're trying to help. Okay. And if you let your fear rule your thoughts, you know, and preventing you from getting that message out to your wedding couples, they'll miss out. They won't have as an amazing wedding day as they maybe would have if you'd have got that message out to them, and that, you know, subsequently they're working with you to create their wedding day even more special than it could have been. So whenever you are planning to create a social media sort of video that will have you potentially in it, please sort of consider the following things. Okay, so what will your target audience get out of the post? Really emphasize what value you are bringing to sort of turn that position. It's not necessarily about you in front of the camera. It's about what message you are sharing and helping them with. Number 2, what pain points are you helping your target audience with? How are you going to how are you building a relationship with your audience and putting them at ease about contacting you to work with? And if you don't create this piece of content that you're about to create for social media, where you are showing up as, you know, you're giving that human element of your business, how will your target audience miss out? Get all that written down on a piece of paper before you start to create your piece of content. And this will hopefully help, you know, turn the spotlight from you and put it back on to who you're trying to help, your target audience. That is the important piece here. And, you know, by being in front of the camera, you are massively helping and adding value to your target audience. Okay. Number 5, create film clips where you don't need to speak. So if you're starting out and you want to build and grow that confidence to become the face of your business online, a great place to start is to create content where you don't have to talk. Basically, you can be on there, you can do stuff without having to open your mouth, because that has really helped me grow my confidence and actually honed in on my messaging as well around what I want my target audience to know about. And you're probably gonna know what I'm gonna say, but Reels on Instagram is an amazing sort of tool to be able to do this. It went live summer last year, and it enables you on Instagram to create and discover up to 15-second multi-clip videos on Instagram. You can share your reel with your followers by linking it into your Instagram grid, as well as sort of making it available to a wider Instagram community through the new sort of explore icon on Instagram. The function allows you to record content along with like music, voiceovers, and then write captions to get your message across. And if this is new to you, I would very much recommend putting a timer on and setting aside 15 minutes to flick through Reels to get a flavour of the kind of content and audio that you could consider creating. Definitely put the timer on though, because it is the biggest rabbit hole you will ever find, and 2 hours later you will realise, why did I come on Reels? So make sure you have like a set time and specific goals of what to find on Reels. Once you've done that, make a list then of potential content that you could cover in a reel, keeping at the forefront of your mind what problem you are solving for your target wedding couple audience. Okay, so that's one to consider. Number 6, create a film where you are the narrator, you're not in front of the camera, on IGTV. So IGTV is an app that can be used either standalone or in tandem with your Instagram account. So it's Instagram TV, which is what it stands for. It is essentially Instagram's answer to YouTube. If you've been on YouTube before, very similar, but it's owned by Instagram and it can be linked to Instagram. You can upload content that's between 16 seconds and 15 minutes long. And if you've got a bigger account, you can go up to 60 minutes, but I think 15 minutes is generally the general rule for content there. It is a great sort of way to ease yourself into creating video content that you don't have to stand in front of the computer and stand in front of the camera and be the talking head kind of thing. So some ideas around content wise, you could be holding the camera, being behind the camera, and create like how-to videos, maybe some behind the scenes footage, or some sneak peek footage about what you're up to and what you're getting up to. So you don't have to be in front of the camera, but it will give you a good practice about talking to your audience, because you could be doing something, holding the camera and talking them through what you are showing them. This will hopefully ease the nerves slightly and get you practicing being part of the video and getting that out to your audience. Number 7, so share the limelight. Again, another way to ease yourself into being in front of the camera as the face of your company. So another great way to do this is to invite someone else to be part of your video or live that you're creating. You can prepare the content together and sort of be each other's prompts. If you forget to say anything, if you both know what you're meant to be doing, you can sort of tag team it, because it's not always easy to remember everything that you're meant to be talking about. Or you could set up like an interview style video where one person asks questions and the other person gives a bit of an insight into their world as a wedding supplier. And this is what we've tried to create with the visibility activities. So we offer to our approved suppliers a 10-question tea break feature and a take a tour with feature as part of the Guide Directory subscription. And so by sharing the limelight with others will help you gain confidence in talking with a camera pointed at you, but you're sharing it with someone else, then someone's got your back, kind of thing. And number 8 I wanted to cover was basically do it scared. That is the title. However you like to prepare for a video, you are still going to feel some kind of nerves for the first few times that you get in front of that camera. And I just wanted to say that it is totally normal. Like, we are humans, we get nervous, we get scared, and it's not going to be perfect, I think. And also, like, your audience doesn't care if it's, you know, a perfect video and, you know, perfectly said and without any ums. I mean, I'd be crap at that because I like a good there you go. But yeah, it's not going to be perfect, and that is okay. The most important thing is that you are clear on your messaging and what you're trying to help your audience with the content that you're putting out there, and that you're showing up as your authentic, imperfect self. You know, none of us are perfect. And remembering that you are worthy and your audience wants to hear what you have to say as a wedding business owner. So feel the nerves, they're going to be there in your tummy. Take a deep breath and do it scared. That is my advice. I hope you have enjoyed today's Wedding Business Builder check-in. You've been here with me, Jen Maynard from the Boho Bride Guide. If you would like to hear and see more of me, we have a weekly Wedding Business Builder newsletter, and if you hop over to www.thebohobrideguide.com and sign up to our newsletter, you will get weekly installs of topped up with top tips, advice, and how-to activities to build a business that sort of enables a true business life balance, financial stability, and so creative fulfillment, really. So I'd love to see you there. We've also got a free Facebook group, the Boho Bride Guide Collective on Facebook, so please do join us there as well. It has been a pleasure, and I will see you next week. Take care.